All right. So principle 10, I give you the principle of life. Okay. No one is alive but those who are in the divine order, who have submitted definitively to the divine order. Principle 11, right? Forgiveness, right? Forgive for what? So that you can pretend that you're me and you can pretend to connect to God and lead the world astray in the Luciferian spirit? No, there is no forgiving mind, body, soul, and spirit for those outside of the divine order who don't submit. God has said this guy is in charge, and I have been doing a fucking stellar job, just like my father, being the most righteous person on the planet every generation, even though people are sabotaging me and my family, even with all the obstacles. Okay, why on earth should the logical assumption, or conclusion rather, be that this guy can be replaced? That's why even in Egypt, after they had betrayed the first dynasty family, okay, they came to the conclusion that if Pharaoh's line was cut off, the world order would collapse and the world would be in darkness. They know that is the true story. They're just trying to replace who the Pharaoh was because people are too stupid to see what evil is because they're not martial artists. All this is part of the principle of forgiveness. Okay? You are not forgiven unless it is my judgment with reason applied. Mind you, I have to look at this. I can't just say, well, you submitted and I feel like you submitted, you're forgiven. No. The simple answer is, once you've died a respectable death, you have been forgiven and redeemed. The blood of Jesus does not redeem you in that sense. Only spilling your blood for the blood of Pharaoh to restore the divine order can you be redeemed. And obviously, it's not the same, right? The blood is referring to the gene expression, okay? If I don't have a child, I cannot naturally, my continuity cannot naturally be expressed, okay? It can't be done in a lab. I have to have the child in a place that is receptive and allows me to say, hey, it's smart to have a child, than to raise him myself in a respectable manner, preferably in my rightful fucking place. And ironically, my parents had something close to their rightful place, my dad and his dad and so on and so forth, right? Because they're from a royal family and this royal family line. Okay, so they had some, even though they weren't ruling over the world, they were still royalty. Har, war, air, war. Har, where, Horus, the elder, right? The elder spiritually and not in the flesh. Elder backwards is red lie, okay, with interchangeable vowels, right? Red lie. They want you to believe that someone has to be old to be an effective king because there's a bunch of perverted old secret society ninnies, whoever they may be, that are fucking behind this. And yes, the Masons have been sucking a goat dick with the best of them like a good little bitch betraying God. I refuse to believe that 2 million motherfuckers in an organization, didn't have the power to stand with me. There's no excuse. A poor fucking person with no network at all should have stood with me, much less any big organization. So cursed is every big organization that existed in this time. All right, so the next principle is the principle of communication. Well, why do it this way? Why do it this way? That's like saying, why don't I go to a Ku Klux Klan meeting and say, you know what? I am the black messiah you all must obey. Okay? Because people are unreasonable bitches. They are just as unreasonable as the Ku Klux Klan in this regard. They say if it doesn't make them feel good about themselves and their race and their pitiful existence, they're not going to listen. If it's not some cowardly functionalist bitch shit, they're not going to listen. So the closest thing to the logical conclusion as to how to communicate is the way I'm fucking doing it. Okay? When I go in public, if I don't see someone extremely receptive, I'm not going to communicate to them. Am I supposed to go around and get fucking, insulted and rubbed the wrong way everywhere I go? For what? For a country that has always shown me fucking nothing but disdain? How does that make sense? Should I stand on the side of the fucking road and take away from the Spirit of God by reducing my image more than they already have? For what? Certainly, it is they who should reach out to me and not vice versa. And if they aren't animals, they will do just that. If they have a functioning brain, they'll do just that. Part of the problem here is their breeding and how it relates to their brain function. If they don't pick up on, I'm the righteous man when I come around, what happens? I get the Spirit of God gets taken away from by the energy of the devil. I have to lower myself to talking to him, to fit into the demonic social norms of this country and this world. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, I just wanted to tell you a few things about who I am. I'm the Messiah here to save you. Yeah, I know you might, a lot of people make a lot of spiritual claims. Maybe if I talk like a gay guy, obviously it's fucking stupid. Especially at this time when blacks have been so thoroughly emasculated, or they're seen as criminals in defiance, that, they have made it impossible. And by making it impossible, everyone should be looking to black people for the Messiah. Because they've made it so hard for black people to communicate to you, they must have done that for a fucking reason. It's stupid not to see it that way. All right. The next principle is the principle of concealment. Okay, and I'll get into that in the next fucking video. Fuck this shit.